All right, the last part of the notes are multiplying a fraction times a mixed number. Sometimes you're going to have two mixed numbers, so we're building into it so you guys can eventually solve a mixed fraction times a mixed fraction. So anytime you have a problem that has a mixed number times a fraction, you have to make sure that the mixed number is in the form of an improper fraction. So it has to be an improper fraction. That's what you're going to type right there. So first example, you're going to remember what we did yesterday. Multiply and then add. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So this becomes 5 halves times 3/5. And then you multiply across. So you want to update it. You'll put 5 halves here and then 3/5 here and multiply across. Now, if you liked what we did, yes, or on the previous notes where you cross cancel, you can do that on this problem where 5 and 5 can cancel out and they can become 1. Now, if you don't like that, then you don't have to do it. So I'm going to do 5 times 3 is 15 and 2 times 5 is 10. You can either simplify it or go straight into division. So I'm going to do 15 divided by 10. 10 can go into 15 one time. Minus your 10, you're left with 5. So our mixed number would be 1 and 5/10, which simplifies to 1 and 1/2. Now, if we did the cross canceling, the 5s could cancel out and they would become 1 because 5 could go into itself one time. And now this problem is really 1/2 times 3 over 1. And if you multiply across, this is 3 halves. And if you simplify that, that equals to 1/2, which is what we got here. So I wanted to show you it with cross canceling also. So on your interactive notebook, this would be 1 and 1/2. Problem 2 is 5/6 times 3 and 1/3. The 5/6 stays the same. And then you multiply and then add. So times plus 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10 over 3. And you can look and see, do I have anything that I can cross cancel? There is something you can use, but I'm just going to multiply across for right now. So 10 times 5 is 50. 6 times 3 is 18. And then go into division. 18 is very close to 20. So I'm going to count by 20s. 20, 40. I'm not going to be able to go in 3 times, so it would have to be 18 times 2, which would be 36. So 2, and then subtract your 36. This would be a 4. 10 minus 6 is 4. So 14. So my mixed number would be 2 wholes in 14 over 18. And then that can go even simpler. Divide by 2, which would be 7 over 9. So 2 and 7 over 9. Now I want to show you with cross canceling. 5 and 3 have nothing in common. They can't be divided by anything other than 1. But 6 and 10 can both be simplified by 2. So 6, how many 2's can go into 6? 3. How many 2's can go into 10? 5. So now my new problem is 5/3 times 5/3, which equals to 5 times 5 is 25. 3 times 3 is 6. Oh, sorry, 9. 9. And then you simplify, divide it out. 9 can go into 25 2 times, minus your 18. So 15 minus 18 is 7. And that's it. I'm done. This is 2 and 7 over 9, which is the same thing that was over here. So I don't know if you think that that might be easier or more confusing. I just want to show you another way to do it. So this would be 2 and 7 over 9. And then the final two, 6 and 2/8 times 1 over 5, 4 over 9 times 2 and 2/4. Okay, now looking at these two numbers, remember if this number is less than 1, this value is going to, the product will be smaller than this value. If this number is greater than 1, then the product will be greater than this number. So since this is less than 1, our product's going to be smaller. So multiply, add. So 6 times 8 is 48, plus 2 is 50, and then the 8 stays the same. This becomes 1 over 5. You multiply across 50 over 40. And now since I have zeros here, I can just cross off the 0 because it's like dividing by 10. So now I have 5 over 4, and then 5 divided by 4. 4 can go into 5 one time. And then this is your whole, your numerator, your denominator. So my final answer is 1 and 1 over 4. So it would go 1 and 1 over 4. Now this one, looking at this, it's greater than 1, so that means my product will be greater than this number. So this would be 4/9. Multiply and add. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10 over 4. Multiply across. Now if you want to do the cross canceling, you can do that because I already see 2 4s that could cross out and become 1s. But I'm just going to go across. So 4 times 10 is 40, and 9 times 4 is 36. What can go into both numbers or go into division? So I'm going to go into division. 36 can go into 40 one time, minus your 36, and 4 is left over. So this is the whole numerator and denominator. So 1 and 4 over 36. But 4 over 36, they're both even, so they can be simplified by 2, which would be 2 over 18. And don't forget to put the 1 in front. So this would be 1 whole, and actually 2 over 18 can simplify again to 1 over 9 and 1/9. Okay, hopefully you found this concept challenging, but yet you're starting to understand it after seeing all the different ways to solve these problems and all the different problems you might see